Hey everybody, it's Lee with the Turquoise Valentine, and my hair looks funny, and we're gonna do something cute tonight. We're gonna bust out fall and start doing fall, and I just got some lotion on my hands because all this stuff dries my hands out. I was a few minutes late because I'm trying to get all this techie stuff figured out, and this light and this mount and all this stuff. Hey, there's some people hopping on, yay! It's Monday night, this is where we are, right? Hey Sharon, hey Lori. By the way, I had a lady who commented the other night, hey Shady and Frida, I had a lady comment on the video on the replay that it was very annoying to her that I shouted out people's names. But I'm gonna still do that because y'all are my friends. Hey Kimberly, hey Vicky. And I'm sorry that she got offended, but she's watching the replay. She can just go right by all the stuff and me telling my friends, hey Colin, there's my oldest son. Hey Norma. Thank y'all for all hopping on. And the light probably looks different tonight because I'm trying to adjust my settings, and because you can change all the different lights and the colors. And hey Valerie and Peggy and Betsy. Thank y'all for all being here. Hey Chris. I'm gonna take my flip-flops off because I sit high up in this chair and my flip-flops just kind of dangle, so I have to take my flip-flops off. Hey Jan and Kathy and Joyce, thank y'all all for being here. So tonight we're gonna do something. This has been done so many different ways, and we're gonna do it tonight in maybe a little different way. I don't know. Hey Vicky, shout it from the hilltops. Hey Cheryl and Judy. There is Judy always at one, and I don't understand, Oh, Tanya's watching Elvis. Hey Barbara, happy August. Okay, so this has been done several different ways. I don't know, I had this in my mind last year and it never came to fruition. I just never got it to do it. So we're gonna do this tonight. And what you're gonna need is, you're gonna need, hey Liam from Colorado. I know, Rhonda, I love Monday nights and Thursday nights too because I get to see my friends and I get to craft. Hey Cynthia, it's raining where you are in Mississippi. It rained all weekend up here in this part of Mississippi. Nancy. I don't know if she was new or not, Tanya, but all the crafters do it. And I just told her this is social media. These people are my friends. They've been watching me since I started for years, over 2 years ago, and I'm going to talk to my friends. And so it's social media. She can fast forward through it. But she did it in all caps too. And I was like, okay, she's serious about this. Hey Betty, you're going to take a shower. Brenda, I'm in North Mississippi. I'm right below Memphis. I'm in Hernando, Mississippi. I know, Chris, right? I know, Marcia, you can't please everybody, and she can fast forward through that part. That's the part I don't understand, is that she can just go right past all that on the replay. Hey, Susan. Okay, so we're going to do this craft, and I'm going to show you how I did it. And like I said, I had this idea last year. It never came to be, and I brought it out this year. Sometimes I forget ideas, but this was kind of one you've probably seen done before. Maybe with not what I'm using, I don't know. Hey Betty. Okay, so anyway, we are going to use these from Dollar Tree. Now, they're shower curtain rings, and they're 12 in a pack, okay? I can find these abundantly. Like my Dollar Tree had a whole big bin full. And there's some that have these ridges. I don't know if y'all can see the ridges on these. And then there's some that are smooth, and it doesn't matter. So you can kind of see the difference. So they're just shower curtain rings, okay? I went and bought several packs. I had 2 packs, and then of course I had to make an example, and I had to practice doing it to make sure I can make it come about. Hey Cindy, and hey Catherine from New York, and Shirley. Okay, so this is what we're going to make. Isn't it cute? Look how stinking cute. So This one has been through several different phases, okay? And I'm going to tell you about it. Of course, it's a pumpkin, but it's got fabric covering the rings. And then I just kind of did it all up and made little pumpkins. And you've seen people do this with twine, with little bitty wreaths and all kinds of different things. That's right, Trina, we all like to talk, and I'm really like to talk. But this one started off with that muslin material that I did, and then I kind of grungied it up, and I didn't like it, so then I painted the fabric orange, and then I kind of grungied it up and I dry brushed it. So this is what we're going to make, and I'm going to show you how to make it. And I found out a couple of things in the process of making the two that I've made. This one has more rings, and this one has less rings, okay? So I kind of found this out, you know, on accident, I guess you would say. So I'm going to show you how I do this. Oh my goodness. I'm like, where's my fabric? Because I came in here in a flurry and trying to get all this light and stuff, and I was like, oh my gosh, and I didn't know where my thing. Thank you, Becky. It's really simple. It is, but it's not, okay? Because I tried to go about this several different ways. I tried to wire them together, and that's hard to do because you got these rings and they're all flopping around, and so I came up with another way to do it. Hey, Carol. It looks like onion rings. So anyway, so this is fabric I got just the other day at Dollar Tree. It's just got pumpkins on it. Of course, when we get done with this, you're not going to be able to tell that it's pumpkins. It's just orange. So I just wanted it for the color. The yellow was just some yellow fabric I had. And this, like I said, was that muslin. And then I ended up painting it orange. So you can see I didn't dry brush the bottom. But, so that's what we're doing. Hey, Donna from Missouri. Okay, so this was a fat quarter, and all I've tore off of it was enough to do these, all right? So when you open up your fat quarter from like Dollar Tree or wherever, I'm going to tear down the long side instead of the short side. I know, I love this fabric. I just got it, and I said, oh, I'm going to use it for this pumpkin. So we're going to cut a few little strips. So I'm just cutting about this much. It's probably maybe a ½ inch. I'm just kind of eyeballing it. So this is what we're gonna do. Let me get out my two I've already started, because it's gonna take about 8, and this one took more, and I really don't know why, but the stem is a little skinnier, and I don't know if that's why. You know, onion rings. To make you want some onion rings. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our little thing. Well, I tell you what, let me just tear a few more strips, and then we'll do that. So I'm just gonna cut a little slit in my fabric, about that wide, and then I'm just gonna tear. So that's 2. So I'm gonna do about 8. So let's see, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, that's plenty. I was off counting. And let me just go ahead and tear my strips. And you can use any color fabric you want. Use some cool looking buffalo check, some plaid, or whatever color suits your fancy, okay? How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, because I've already done 2. Any kind of fabric, you could wrap this with like burlap ribbon or anything like that you wanted to do. So you don't have to just do fabric. You could wrap them with twine. But you know, your shower curtains come apart like this. So I just lock them in place. And then on this big part, I'm gonna put just a dot right here of my hot glue and take my end and just kind of press it down and get it started. Oh, hey, Carol. Welcome, Carol. That church, that was a video I did several weeks ago. You can go back on my page and find it. That's everything is from the Dollar Tree except for the little green wreath that I made out of a piece of scrap greenery. So you're just gonna wrap this whole thing, and I'm kind of pulling it tight because I don't want it to be all ruffling everywhere. Hey, Wendy. I saw something about senior citizens, something. Yes, these are shower curtain rings from the Dollar Tree. It keeps freezing up. Uh-oh. We'll go out and come back in, and maybe that will help. So that length of that fat quarter is just enough, really, and maybe a little more, depending on how wide your strips are, to go around this whole little ring. So then I'm just gonna, I keep hitting this mount over here, and it makes this, got springs on it, and it makes this terrible noise. Hey Yvonne, we're making pumpkins out of shower curtain rings. Okay, from the 5-quarter store. Okay, so there's one, so I've got 3. So I'm just gonna keep going while I'm talking to y'all. Yes, I love this fabric too. And like I said, you really can't tell. I'm locking it in, my shower curtain ring, so we don't want it to come undone. Hey Deb, we're making pumpkins with shower curtain rings. Please tell me that y'all have seen the movie Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Have y'all seen that? With Steve Martin and John Candy. And they meet in the airport, and they're traveling, both of them are traveling across the country. And John Candy is a shower curtain ring salesman. Hey, Rhonda. Hey, Catherine. Okay. So I'm just, like I said, I'm just wrapping it. And depending on how wide you make your strips to how long it's going to have to be to cover the whole thing. So you can just kind of experiment. It sounds like a church bell. It's like a mount I have over here, and it has springs on it, and it sits right next to my glue gun, and I've been hitting it every time. Hey there, Cheryl. Okay, so I'm just going around, and you're gonna have strings for days, and if you want to take a long time, which it would take a long time, you could wrap this with jute, but you could totally just sit on the couch. Well, you got to have your glue gun, and wrap this whole thing in jute. It's going to take a little longer, but you'll be good if you just have enough time to burn to be fine. So then when I get to the end, I'm just going to glue it down right there. You never saw the movie? It's so funny. It's really hilarious. It's an older movie, but it's so funny. But he sells shower curtain rings for a living. Don't ask me, I don't know. And so they run out of money in the airport, and he has to sell his shower curtain rings as earrings so they can make money to go to their next destination. It's just really funny. They're just strangers, and they meet in the airport. Hey, Angela, I'm making pumpkins with shower curtain rings. Yay, Dana. So like I said, I just glued it on the inside, and then I just start wrapping. It's real easy. I mean, this would be a good craft to do with, older kids, or like somebody said, senior citizens or something like that. But you're just keep wrapping. And like I said, the yellow one I did has 8, okay? And this one has 11. And I think it's because my stem was a little skinnier. Deborah's never seen it. Yes, he's selling them as earrings, and it's just really funny. So the whole time I was making this, I was like thinking about that movie and him peddling his little shower curtain rings as earrings. It's so funny. Okay, so I'm almost done with this one. We only got 3 more. Yes, 3 more. It goes pretty fast. Once you get all your stuff out and your fabric torn, it goes pretty quickly. Oh, Cindy, you watched it Sunday? Yeah, if it's on and I'm not watching anything, I'll watch it because it's so hilarious. Okay, so like I said, you got to lock it in first. And you may have some of these laying around from an old shower curtain, or like I said, you can get them at Dollar Tree. I don't think it's an item that I think it's something they carry all the time. So I think you'll probably be okay if you go to get some, because mine had a huge wire bin full. And I was like, please have them, because I only had a couple of packs, and I wanted to practice a couple first. Yes, Angela, you could use the wood rings. You sure could, and you don't even have to do anything to those. And I do have a pack of those, but I don't think I have enough of them. I don't think there's but like 4 or 5 or something in there. Now see, this one was wider, so it didn't take as much, but I'm just going to continue to go on around with it and cut the strings off. Then I'm just going to glue it down. The name of the movie is called Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. And let me get I got a couple of packs of these things open over here. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, we're gonna start with 8 because I think that's gonna be for what stem I'm gonna use. Yeah, Lori, the little kids can do it too, and if you have put the heat gun on glue, and if you can kind of help them, but they definitely can sit there and wrap them, because that's all it is just you're just wrapping it around your shower curtain ring. Yeah, it says you're going the wrong way. If you haven't seen it, it may be on Netflix, but if you haven't seen it, you got to see it, because Steve Martin is like a businessman, and he's like straight, strict, I've got this, this, and this. And then John Candy is just the opposite of that. And they meet in the airport, and they're strangers, and they just, it's just funny. And they end up having to travel together because all the planes keep getting canceled for Thanksgiving. And hey, Lonnie. Oh, you're Lori's daughter. Yay. But yes, it's really funny, and yeah, I mean, Steve Martin and John Candy, they're classics. Okay, so this one's long. I'm just gonna go ahead and cut it off for the sake of time. But anyway, so the whole time I was making these, I was like, because he starts telling everybody they're autographed earrings from somebody, and he's trying to sell them in the airport. It's just really funny. Uh-oh, you threw your old ones away? Yeah, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. It's an old movie. It's probably, if I say that, then I'm old myself. But it was probably 80s, I think. I'm not real sure. But they didn't have cell phones. So he was trying to get home to his family for Thanksgiving. Yes, it's a fat quarter from Dollar Tree, the fabric is. And so see, I only used part of it. I still have this much left, and I've already just done one pumpkin. So, what's the name of the movie? Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. It's funny. It's just one of those good movies. I hadn't seen Steve Martin in anything. How wide are the strips? Karen, this maybe a 1/2 inch. I just kind of make it, because if you get them too wide, when you go to wrap them, they're going to kind of stick up, and you'll see if you do it too wide, what I'm talking about. But you don't need to do it too wide. Hey, Margaret. So anyway, this is the last one, and then we're going to put our pumpkin together. And for the stem, yes, Wendy, it's really funny. For the stem, we're going to use, I'm going to use some, you can use a stick from your yard. You can use, I tell y'all to save the handles off of these. You can use those. Actually, that's what this one, no. This one was that, and I cut it off too short, and I had to add it back and wrap it up with jute. Julie, right now I'm making this one, but I may turn around and make another one because I have some yellow also. Well, let me leave this here. Okay, so I have these that I'm going to use for probably my stems. I don't know if y'all seen these, but y'all probably have. The little stumps. And then I recently just saw these at Dollar Tree. They're like smaller. But anyway, so you can use a stick from outside, whatever you want to do. Oh, Pam, yes, I made that video last year, and I just uploaded it today because it has a pumpkin in it. And I thought, oh, well, that'd be good because everybody always asks. Okay, so you don't want it too tall, but you don't want it too short because I had it too short to begin with, and it was really, oh, I'm going to have to watch that, Marion. I like him. You don't want it too tall, too short, and that's just, you know, weird. So what I did with these, since that's what I had, and it's 100 degrees outside, and I said, well, I'm not going outside to get me any sticks. So I just kind of stacked them up like this, and I'm going to glue them. And it's okay if it's a little like crooked, like that. That's okay, because that's going to give our little, I think I'm going to turn it this way. That's going to give our little stem a little bit of character. Corks would work too, just as long as it's tall enough to go the length of your pumpkin, because we're going to glue these things to that. Using a bottle cork for the stem. Yes, but it needs to go all the way through, okay? So it's going to have to be at least, you know, at least that long. So you can put corks together maybe. Cinnamon sticks, yes. But you want something that's got a little circumference, you know, that's got a little weight to it. So go outside and find some sticks in your yard, and that will work perfect too. All right, so now what I'm going to do first is I'm going to put it up next to this one because I kind of know how big the rings are. And I'm going to start wrapping my jute. And you could leave it natural, but since we stuck them all together, I'm going to wrap mine up with jute. And this is some like pretty thick jute. I don't even know where it came from. And so I'm just going to put me a little glue and get started and just start wrapping this up. And that's just going to give it a little more texture, some, you know, the stem, but you don't have to do this part. And I'm just going to put some glue across there, and then I'll just start wrapping, and you know, it gets in the glue, so it's okay. But don't worry about it looking perfect. So anyway, so I'm just going to go all the way up with it. How many strips? Yeah, it's going to be I'm using a fat quarter, so it's going to be the length of that, this long side. Okay, so now I'm all the way up to the top. You could definitely stop there, but I want to do the whole top. So I'm just going to kind of put some glue and kind of take my glue gun and just kind of move my glue around a little bit. And then you kind of have to work fast. But then I'm just going to start spiraling it up here on top. You know, make a little, I don't know, what am I trying to say? I guess a spiral. So that way the top's kind of covered too. Yes, the shower curtain rings and fabric is what I wrapped mine with. Now you could definitely paint the shower curtain rings. You could spray paint them. You could paint them by hand. I mean, that may take a little while. I just like the look of the ragged kind of fabric. I just think it adds a little bit more texture to it. And you could use any color, but you could definitely paint them. There's no harm in that. I just wanted to add a little something to them than just painting them a color. And I love me some fabric. I'm trying to get that in the center. Okay, here we go. Hold it down. Hey, Stacy with Simple Stacy Designs. Welcome. Y'all go check out Stacy. She's got cute stuff too. Yes, mason jar rings. I've seen people do that, and those are super cute too. So see, it looks like this. Because I don't care about this part because that part's going to be underneath all of the shower curtain rings. Oh, to a pill bottle. See, that's a good idea too. Okay. So now, I'm going to take this is the part where the little opening is, where it's bigger. It's got a bigger part to it. Hold on. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Come on. Here we go. It's this part. This part, that's what I'm gonna glue to my stick, okay? That big part. Yeah, so inexpensive, and it's really cute. So I'm just gonna put a big glob of glue. And this is where you need to stand this up on your table, and you need to sit here and let this be level. Hey, Kelly, you're okay? Hey, there's Crafting and Grace. Hey, welcome. Okay, I think her name's Debbie. Yes, it'd be good to do with the grandkids. Okay, so you have to let that kind of set up a minute because y'all know how hot glue is. You have to kind of let it sit there a minute. And then I'm going to go, so you got this. It looks like today's letter is the letter B. I'm kidding. So anyway, welcome, Joanne. Are you new? Hey, Jerry. So again, I'm going to take this part right here, the big part, and same thing. Stand up. Stay right there. You never would have thought of using shower curtain rings. Okay, so then I'm going to come over here, and I'm just going to go right next to it. But I've learned since I've done 2 already about my spacing in between the 2. So I'm kind of looking at it, make sure it's, you know, it's a good space, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Patty, I am too. I went in Hobby Lobby the other day, or whatever day it was, Friday, Saturday, I don't know what day it was. And they have all their fall out, and I just got fall fever now, and I know it's early, but I can't help it. I want to get all my fall stuff out, and I know I don't need to. Okay, so there again, I'm doing the big part. So this is why you need it level, so everything will be set on the table. It'll be all straight. Oh no, Regina. I know. Tina, I need to really bad, don't I? Okay, so see we got 3, and I would hold it up, but I don't want it to, that glue is still setting up. But you'll kind of see the spacing, and you think, okay, I'm gonna do 3, but after you do the first one, ooh, Jean, some velvet ribbon. Yes, that would be pretty. Hey, Joyce, welcome. You're new. Welcome to my page. Okay. A lot of glue. Don't be scared of the glue, and we're going to add even more glue, okay? All right, so there's that one. After you kind of get it stable where it'll stand, you can kind of go a little bit faster. I love fall too, Stacy. I have way more fall decor than I do Christmas. Only because you can leave it out so much longer. And I just love the colors. I love everything about it. Okay. So we got that done. That's 1, 2, that's 5 that we've got on. So we got 3 more. And if you get halfway around and you realize, oh goodness, I need some more, then you can add more. I did that to the orange one. I started off with a few, and then I added more in. But this one has only got 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, 8. And see, this one has more, and I added them after the fact. So, you know, we're gonna cover it all up with moss and all kinds of stuff, so you're not gonna be able to see all the glue that we're gonna put down in here. And like I said, you can kind of start looking and seeing your spacing, and you can kind of move it accordingly if you need to. Okay. Yes, Lou, I have more fall than I do Christmas. I have a lot of Christmas, but I do have, woo! Ring down, ring down. Okay, stay right there. Okay, so now we gotta let the glue set up. Trying to find my water. Hey, Regina, thank you. I know, Patty, they're so pretty. And I doubt with this year we'll have pretty colors because we have been so dry. So they'll probably just burn up and fall off. So now we're just kind of letting it set up, and I'm gonna, oh, it's not ready yet. And I will hold it up and let y'all see. And then we're gonna go and do, add some more glue. Thank you, Melissa. Okay, so while we're doing that, I'll show you. So you can kind of see the spacing. So once you start like your first one, then you kind of want to, you know, start the spacing. And you, like I said, once you do your first one, you'll see. Now this was my first one. So you see I had to go back and add some rings because I left spaces, and I don't know if it's because the stick was a different size or what, but you'll see once you can see the this was a paint, the sponge sticks off the foam painter things, and then this one was these little tree trunk things, and it worked out better for me because it was a little bit thicker. Yeah, me too, Claudia. I don't like winter, and I know that it's coming right after fall, and I don't like it. Okay, so I'm going to gently hold this up because we're not done with it. But, so see my spacing? You just kind of have to eyeball it and get them all around. Okay? So now, we're going to take lots of glue. And basically, all down in between there, around the stem, because you're not going to see this part because we are going to cover it up with moss. But it is going to take a hot minute for it to set up. So, so I'm going to set this to the side, and I might go ahead and start doing this yellow one. Hey, Cindy. Yes, different, like I said, I use these from the Dollar Tree, and I stacked them if you wasn't here to see that part. But you could cut branches in your yard. Dollar Tree has these. You could use the sticks. I saved my sticks off of my foam paint sponge things. I saved these sticks. Don't ever throw the sticks away because I throw them in my wood bin back here and I'll pull it out on a rainy day. But you could paint these. You don't have to do the fabric. I just like the element the fabric adds to it. And y'all are going to see a lot of pumpkins here because I love me making some pumpkins. Put a little string of fairy lights. Yes, fairy lights. Oh my gosh. Yes, fairy lights inside of there would be so cute. This plastic, this is about as bad as the plastic on the paint bottles. Goodness gosh. I have so many pumpkins. It's really bad in my collection. Hey, Valerie. Wine quarts. You could definitely use wine quarts and probably stack them. And you could wrap them, or you could just leave the quarts the way they are. But I've got 4 yellow ones done. And then I've got some fabric over here. Now, this was a long piece of fabric that I just tore down the side. So, but don't forget, you gotta lock them in, okay? So I'm letting this one set up is why I'm making another one. 12 rings come in a package for $1.25. So if you use 8, you have enough for 1.5. But like on that other one, I use 11. I don't even know. I was just adding them. You grow mini pumpkins every year. So you just glue your fabric. And like I said, this is a longer piece of fabric, and I'll just cut it off because I've already made one with the same length of strips, so I kind of know. It takes about half of it. And I'm just going to wrap. But it would really look cute if you wrapped them with the jute. If you sat and wrapped 8 of them with jute, which might take a while. The yellow one looks like onion rings. Well, I'm probably going to grungy it up a little bit and give it a little bit more texture when we get this one halfway finished, or you know, we get to where we can fix it, because I'm letting that glue set up, because y'all know it's a lot of glue and it takes a minute for it to cool off and set up because it's so hot. So that's why I'm just going to finish this one for those of y'all that hopped on late. So let's see, because I had already started this second yellow one. I know. I'm ready to decorate for fall as well, and it's too early. Still summer. Canyon rings, yes. Canyon rings will work. They can be kind of costly. But yes, they can work. Cause that Canon stuff, they've gotten proud of that stuff. Of course, everything's gotten expensive. But hey Sylvia. So I'm just wrapping. That glue is doing its thing. Y'all know how it is when it's really thick. It takes a minute, and if I start moving it around, it's not going to be happy with me. But I will go, and I probably won't do it here. I'll probably do it after the live, but I will go onto the underside of it and do the same thing and fill it with glue so it won't come apart. So you just wrap it until it's done, till you've got it all covered. But it would be cute if you did like a multicolored fabric or something. Okay, so it's starting to get hazy, so I know it's almost done. So I will turn this over and I will fill in this side when we're done. You can kind of see my glue there. See how I filled it on the underside? Just so it's like it's not going anywhere. Okay? So I did glue the underside, but it'll take a long time to set up. So this is still setting up. 35 quarts of soup. Wow. And so that's why I'll do it when we get done, just because y'all have to sit here and wait for it to get all set up. So we're doing this one. But these are super cute, and you could do it with plaid fabric. Just, there's so many possibilities, and of course, you know, they're all going to be the same size. October to get to for Christmas. Yeah, I like my fall stuff because I can put it out September, you know, at the middle of September and leave it out till Thanksgiving. So I get more out of my fall stuff. Woo! Strings, y'all, are hindering me. Yeah, yarn would be pretty. You could cover these with with different color yarn. It might take a little longer, but it would look really, really cute. Especially if you had a chunkier yarn, it would be adorable. So yeah, these strips are they're not wide at all. But see how they have the frayed edge where I tore it? I just like the way that looks. It gives it that tattered kind of look. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this is just about set up over here. I hate that it's taken so long, but y'all know how it is. With this glue, it has to cool off to set up. Yeah, Julie, I've been getting a good bit of fabric at Dollar Tree. I pick it up when I see it, if I like it, and I think I'm going to use it for something. I always grab their fat quarters. Because even at Walmart, just the solid colors they have are 97 cents, but then all the rest of them aren't. Fabric's expensive. But you can use old shirts, so don't think you can just have to go to the fabric store. You can, you know, get an old shirt or any kind of a t-shirt, any kind of material, and use it. It'll be just fine. Whatever color you like. I get flannel shirts sometimes from Goodwill just to use as fabric. Because it's hard to find good plaid material that's pretty. Janet said you could glue. I gotta move my leg. I've got all evening, Rhonda says. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, I got 8. All right, let's see if this one's set up now. Okay, so my glue is, you can see it down in there. It's all kind of set up and my jute's flying everywhere. Okay, so let's pretty him up first since he's ready. So I'm gonna put, I found this. Where's the top to it? I don't know. These are paper covered, like floral wire, but you can use the jute wrapped wire or whatever you want to use. But I found these at Walmart. I went to a different Walmart Saturday in a little local town we had to go to. And I found this. It's like paper covered floral wire. I was like, oh, my Walmart don't have that. So I'm going to cut off a piece of that. And I'm going to bend the end just a little because that's what's going to kind of go around my stem. And then I'm just going to go and make a little coil. You know, what are these things called? I ask y'all every year. Tendrils. Hey, Teresa. Hey, Brenda. Like a little tendril thing, or I think that's what they're called. So I'm going to come right here, and I made that bottom part curved because I want it to go around my stem. So I'm going to glue that on. I'm going to sit here and wait for that. How's my back? It's good. It's good. I mean, it has its moments. When I get still or sat on the couch or get up in the morning, it's real stiff, but I have to kind of do some stretches and it gets better. But, you know, it lets me know when I do something I shouldn't do, but I'm, you know, real careful with it. Janet, it was in the floral section at this Walmart. Like, my Walmart here doesn't have a lot of floral stuff, and this Walmart did, and I was like, wow, look at all this. And it was in the floral section by the floral wire. Okay, so this is my bag of moss. Y'all know I like to keep it all up in a gallon Ziploc bag because this stuff gives me the, because it goes everywhere. Okay, so now I'm just going to kind of come in here and put some dots of glue. So my moss is going to kind of stick to everything. And then I'm just going to kind of stretch it out. And we're going to cover up all that glue and goo and stuff down in there that we don't want anybody to see. And give the pumpkin a little bit of, a little something else. Another texture to look at. We got fabric, we got twine, we got the moss. And then I happen to have this, where is it? This is green moss in here too. It's from Walmart. The other's from Dollar Tree. And I had to have it for something. And so I just wanted to put just a little bit here and there. So I'll just put a couple of little dots of glue right here and stick it on there. Kind of looks like little moss growing on the pumpkin or something. Just another little color to add to my little stuff going on. See how cute this is? Look how stinking cute. So cute. But you could even go one step further if you want to. I'm trying to think which one I'd use. Chocolate brown. These are my little stamps. This is brown. You could definitely use acrylic paint and just kind of brush it on a little bit. But you could just kind of take your little stamp. You could use black. And then you could just kind of rub it on the high spots if you want to, just to give it another little interesting detail. To give it a little, I know y'all may not can see it, but see it's got just a little bit of brown. I'm being careful because I gotta glue the underside because that's gonna give it some stability. But it's all about the little details that you add. See, it gives it that darker look. And you could do it on the inside. If you have like a Q-tip or something, you could do it on the inside of the little things. But there he is. See, that's the top. So you can kind of see the spacing I have. And then here's the bottom, which I'm gonna fill all that in under there with hot glue. So I'm gonna take it and just turn it up like this. And just put some more glue. I'm not gonna put too much because I don't want it to run in between my rings and then you'll be able to see it. So now I'm gonna let that set up. So y'all see the glue down in there? And I'm gonna set it probably like this and let it just set up. And And then we're going to do this yellow one. Another yellow one. Onion rings, onion rings. So I got 8. This is terrible. And this silicone mat, this stuff doesn't wipe off really well. So I had to get my vacuum out. Alright. Okay, thank you, Judy. Thank you, Linda. Y'all are so sweet. Alright, so I'm thinking now, let's see, what, I think that's going to be too tall. Let's see, may not be. That's too short, actually. That's going to be too tall. So I'm just trying to find me some stems. Whoop. 2 branches or something. I could have went outside and cut some, but it was so hot. I was like, I'm just going to use these. I'm not even going outside. So I'm going to use these, and I'm just going to glue them together because you're not going to be able to tell it because we're going to cover all of it up. All right, so there's my stem. Ooh, I picked a wonky one. Maybe I shouldn't use that one. It won't sit. It kind of sits to the side. Hold on. Let me find one that's kind of flat. Let's see. Is that too tall? No. That's kind of wonky too, y'all. Find me in here some kind of, that's going to be too short. These are all cut to the side. My little vacuum, Emily, it came off Amazon. It's the best thing ever. And anybody on here that has one can definitely attest to that because it is like a must-have. That one's not flat either, y'all. I'm trying to find a flat one. Come on. I want one that's kind of, I don't want it to be lopsided. These are smaller. I got 2 bags here. One's smaller and one's, that's better. It's going to be too tall though. Let's see. It's not too bad. Shower rings covered in fabric. Yes, that's what I did. Dollar Tree, shower curtain rings. And now I'm gluing 2 sticks together to make my stem. So that we take the big part where the shower curtain hooks together, and then I'm just going to put the big glue on it again. Big gob. Don't be skimpy with your glue. And then I just kind of sit here and I attach it until it starts kind of setting up, and then I can let go. Hey, Lorna. Yeah, it's in my Amazon shop on my list of stuff that I use. Let's see if I can prop that up. Oh! Okay, right there. Oh, Donna, you made some years ago. Did you make them with the shower curtain rings? So you just kind of go right next to that one. And like I said, the more you make, the better off, you know, you're going to get better at it and your spacing. Yeah, oh, I could sand them down and cut them. Okay. And you'll know, you'll have that big side, you can tell. That's, ooh, don't do that. Where you can attach, you know, where you put your glue. Or if you want to put them on the outside, you can do that too. See here and hold this. Oh, Trina, that would be pretty. The ceiling tiles for the church, that's what that is. That's just those ceiling tile things or backsplash tiles from Dollar Tree. But yes, that would be pretty. Patricia, if you're in the reveal group, it is, it's in there pinned at the top, I believe. But on my main page, you can tap my face and it says the Turquoise Valentine. You can go there and it's on my link tree. My link tree is pinned to the top of my main page and it's in my link tree. And you just click Amazon shop. Anything on that about me is on that link tree. My shop, my blog, my TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, everything's on there. Yes, this little vacuum doesn't use batteries. That's what's great about it. Now, I may not wrap this stem. I kind of like this little stem. Okay, so I've got 4 on there. I had to be careful because that glue is still trying to cool off and set up, and y'all know how it is. Oh, yeah, I didn't wrap the stem. I think I might leave this stem. forgot, but it looks okay. Yes, they're shower curtain rings from the Dollar Tree. And it doesn't matter if you get the smooth ones or the ones that's got the ridges on it. Because if you cover them, you're not going to be able to tell. But you could definitely paint them and whatever you wanted to do. You don't really have to do the, Hey, Bridget, I wrapped them with fabric, just strips of fabric. But you can definitely paint them if you wanted to. Move these a little bit. There we go. One more. So 8's been my number with these little stems. But go in your yard, cut you some little branches or some little off your trees or crepe myrtles or whatever kind of tree you have. You can definitely do that. All right, so there's that one, and I can't pick it up just yet because it'll come apart because it's not set up. See, oh, nope. I already see I need to put some glue down in there. These are with bathroom items. Yes, they're with the bathroom items in the Dollar Tree. Mine is like, there's an aisle and it has the baby stuff and then it has the bathroom stuff on it too. And that's where they are with the soap dishes and the soap dispensers and all that little stuff. And they have washcloths, I think. How do you space the onion rings apart, Christine? I just kind of eyeball it. Like I said, after you make the first one, you'll be better on the second one because you'll know. I just kind of eyeball it. And if you want to try to hold them all up there and think, okay, I need to space them. I mean, they are about, depending on your stem, that's going to have a lot to do with it. Well, if I do it from the outside, if I'm measuring on the outside part, it's like 1.5 to 2 inches apart. Hey Lydia, we're making pumpkins with shower curtain rings. So here's this guy. It's been over here drying. So he's pretty set up now. So see, he's pretty sturdy now. He's got glue on the inside, on the top and the bottom. And there he is. Isn't he cute? Look how stinking cute. But yeah, you could put fairy lights inside there, and I might have to try that. But I love me some pumpkins. Okay, so here's this guy. See, that's not totally even, but it's okay. And then I'm just gonna, like I said, I'm going to just drop some glue down in here. And then we'll set that, you have to set it to the side and let it set up for about 5 minutes or so. But it's gonna hold it, and we're gonna set it aside. But look at how stinking cute these are. Y'all, I can't even take it. And when I get off of here tonight, I'm going into my dotting workshop group, and I'm going to go live in there and answer some questions. So if you're in that group, you know, head on over there. And yes, my dotting workshop is still in the shop. It will be there till Friday. The first class is Saturday, and it'll be 4 classes all the whole month of August. And they'll be there for replay. So if you want to get in on that, it's still in my shop. What is the center part? The center part are these, I just used these little twig pieces from Dollar Tree and glued them together. These little pieces. Because it was so hot outside today, I was like, I'm not going out there and cutting me some twigs. I have some stuff here that I can use. Or you could use, I always say don't throw these handles away when they get all nasty. The brushes, those foam brushes. Just pull the handle off and I save them. And I've used that on my first pumpkin. This one has that handle, see? So you could definitely do that. Yes, you can make Christmas wreaths out of these. Yes, with some fuzzy yarn. So you put your stem down like this and you glue each ring to it. That's the easiest way I found to do it. Because I started trying to take floral wire and wire all of the rings together and then put my stuff in the middle. That was a catastrophe. I could not get them all to act and behave at the same time. It was just crazy. I couldn't do it. But look how stinking cute, y'all. Look, I'm going to put one on back here. Ain't he cute? Look at him. My little pumpkins. But they are just cute, just a little set somewhere. I think they're adorable. And there's so many ways that these can be done. That's the thing. No, that's not the right color. I don't like the brown one. I like the chocolate brown one. But you could come in here and everybody says it looks like onion rings. Let's make it a little brown, a little dirty pumpkin. And just get in the details with it and add some little character to your pumpkins. Now maybe it won't look like onion rings. I wish I had some onion rings, but that's not on what I'm eating right now. That's not on my diet right now. Onion rings. Okay. So see how I just kind of made that brown and it kind of changes the whole look of it? And then somebody said put fairy lights inside of here. Oh, that would be so cute. But you could get your little pad up in here and do the insides. It's kind of hard, but if you want to do it ahead of time, it'd probably be better. Like to put it on the inside of your rings, it'd be a lot easier. But see, it just changes the look of it. And you could do this with paint, just acrylic paint and like water and get it real, you know, not saturated on your brush and just kind of dry brush it. It'd be the same thing. Or you could just sponge it on with a sponge, just like I just did. I mean, that's, in essence, that's what that is. See, it just changes the whole look of it. And just get kind of creative with them and do some different colors and plaids. And then you have a little display of them on, you know, all higher and lower than each other. It'd be so cute. But I did do, this one was white. Well, it was like that muslin fabric that I like, kind of an off-white. And I put the brown on it and wasn't really digging that. So I painted it orange with acrylic paint. Then I did the brown and then I dry brushed it with white. And I did all on the inside to kind of knock down that orange a little bit. But this was 11 rings. So just experiment with it. But this was my first one. And the stem was real skinny. And I put like 6 or 8. And then I had to go in between and I added some. So you can tell that I added them, but when you look at it this way, you really can't tell that I added them. Because I was like, those spaces are too big, so I just started adding rings where I thought it needed, and it ended up being 11. So, oh, thank you, Robin. Yes, Pamela, wine corks, use what you have. If you don't have any of those things, get you some brown craft paper or something, cardboard, and wrap it up and make it, twist it and make it look like a stem. No, it's endless. You don't have to. Yes, Lou, I painted all of it orange because it was white and it didn't look really good. And so I had to change it. So I painted orange, darkened the orange up a little, you know, because it didn't look like I wanted it to. I thought the white was going to be pretty, white pumpkin. It wasn't. Thank you, Carol. But anyway, but just get creative. Look at the, I mean, can you see this with plaid fabric, how cute it would be? It'd be so cute. And then there's my onion rings. They're kind of a little burned. I made them brown. And then here's the new one we just did. It's still setting up. You can see the glue in there. And then I'll turn it over and we'll glue down in here. And that's what's going to give it some stability, is when you glue both sides. And they're not going to go anywhere. This is Gorilla Glue, and I'm telling you, it is worth it. Because I used to think it was so expensive for glue sticks, and after I used it, I was like, I'm not going back. But get you some moss. You could add some cute little raffia bow on here. Add a little fabric messy bow. These would be so cute. Like if you had put them on your plates, like on your table, if you're one of those people that decorates your table and you have all your place settings, you could set each one of these in a plate. There's so much you could do with these guys. They're just so cute and they're easy and they're so inexpensive. I mean, $1.25, you get 1.5 pumpkins if you use 8. stick from your yard. You probably have moss. You could make your own tendrils out of jute and Mod Podge. There's ways to do that to make it curly. There's all kinds of things you could do. Jean, I know. I want to. Thank you, Pam. Bridget, you wish you had your jar rings? I know, those things are expensive. They ain't playing with those. I want to wrap one with this burlap ribbon. I think it would be so cute. But there's so many possibilities with these little things. So cute. And this one's like concrete. It's not going anywhere. I glued it till the cows came home. Terry, they are shower curtain rings from the Dollar Tree. The clear. They have white ones too. I just grabbed the clear. But you could definitely glue them all together and spray paint the whole thing if you wanted to. Spray paint the rings before you started. Whatever you want to do. It's you could totally do whatever. But I used this, this one. This is the one I just made. And it's got 8 rings. And I started off with a fat quarter and I only used about this much of it. So about a quarter of it maybe. And I still have that much left. So you could do several out of one fat quarter if you wanted to do that. And I tore it the long way. But if you start wrapping and you run out of stuff, just glue it and start another one and wrap. It's just really simple. But yarn would look cool. I have some cool yarn now. I want to do one with yarn. Oh, y'all are so sweet. Sheila, well, that's the whole point, is I want to spark your imagination to inspire you to go, I could do that, and then I could add this, and I could add that, and I could put these here, and I could put these there. That's the whole point of this, all of this right here, that's the whole point, is I enjoy doing this. I enjoy crafting. This is my happy place, and I'm focusing on the moment when I'm creating something. And I want to inspire other people to do it too, because it's so much stress relief when you're creating something and you go, oh, look at that, it's so cute. So, you know, that's the whole point of me being here, is to hope that other people will get the creative bug and say, you know what, I think I can make that. And then they enjoy doing it, and then they start making more stuff, and it's a hobby and it's fun to do. And then collecting the craft supplies is a whole nother hobby too. Trust me. Y'all know, y'all like me, you got tons of crafting stuff, and that's a whole nother hobby. And then organizing it is another hobby. Thank you, Teresa. Y'all are sweet. But it's just taking something that's been around a long time, because the Cannon rings have been around a long time, doing pumpkins with them and the dryer vent and all that kind of stuff. It's the same concept. I just use something you can get from Dollar Tree. You can tear material from shirts. Yes, exactly, Janet. You can use shirts and stuff you're going to donate. You could use brown paper, guys, and wrap these rings in that brown craft paper, and they will look fantastic. We could do anything like that. You could wrap them in book page paper, cut in strips. They would look fabulous. Just play with it and get that creative juices flowing and go, oh, I'm going to do one in book pages. Oh, I'm going to do one with the brown paper. I'm going to do one with jute. I'm going to do one with yarn. And then you have all these different textures going on, and it's so cool. Darla, you have all those hobbies too? Yes, it is an addiction. It is. Vicky, some of it I keep. Some of it is in my home. Some of it is donated to a local, what do you call it? What do you call it? Not a retirement, not a nursing home, but it's a place where older people go to live. There, I've done that, stuff like that. Yes, Tina, it's all true. There's three or more parts to the crafting hobby: crafting, collecting the supplies, and then organizing the supplies. You're welcome, Judy. Yes, Marcidi, it is so many different ways to do it. And I know in the group, in my free community group, which is the Turquoise Valentine's Crafters Reveal. Y'all will do these this week or something, and then they'll be like 10 times better. And I'll be like, oh, look at that one. I got to do that one. So y'all inspire me just as much as I inspire you. And that's the beauty of it all. Is like we all work together. And assisted living, Diane, thank you. I could not think of the words. Thank you, Lena. Night Patches. Thanks for watching. Assisted living, Betty. Yes, I could not come up with that. But that's the whole point, is that we all just, you know, we go work off each other. And that's what's the great of it, because something that's not cross my mind will cross one of your minds, and then you share it with everybody, and we're like, oh, we gotta do that, and you know, so it's just one of those things. You wouldn't say organizing is a hobby. I love to organize my stuff. When it gets all out of sorts out here, I have to just come to a halt, and I have to get it all round back up and put it back in the place that it's supposed to be. And Betty's like, that's me. Yay, Phyllis, I hope you give it a try. Thank you, Cindy. Y'all all knew what I was trying to say. I couldn't get it out. It does, Vicky. It makes me relax, and then you go, look, I made this. It's so cute, isn't it? You know, and put it in your house, and it's like, oh, I can make that. I don't need to buy that. I can make that. How many times have you said that? Christmas tree. Yes. Now, Carla, I've seen people do the whole thing, and they glue them all over. Yeah, I've seen that. It's really cool. You need to see how I did it again. The pom-poms. You can go back. They're there. I need to bring the pom-pom makers back out and make some stuff, don't I? Make some pumpkins. Pom-pom pumpkins. You hadn't done good with the organizational part. You have too much. I mean, I do. I like to put everything that's like each other together, but at the same time, then you're like, okay, I have wood stuff. Like all these bins back here contain things with wood, like shims or paint sticks or little crates or whatever. Then you have wood stuff that's Halloween, or wood stuff that's fall, or wood stuff that's Christmas. So do I put that with the Christmas, or do I put it with the wood? So it gets all kind of blurred lines there, and I'm like, where am I going to put this? So I put it with the holiday. Yes, Wendy, make them, and, you know, put them in your neighbor's mailbox. I know, Becca, I like to go to the Dollar Tree, and I don't need anything from the Dollar Tree. Trust me when I say that. And any of my friends are on here that's actually been in this room and they know that I don't need anything. But I do. Pom-pom pumpkins, yes. We need to make some. See, now we're going to do something. You're a shifter and a sorter. That's right. Why buy it for $4.99 when you can make it for $90 in craft supplies? Assisted living, Timmy said. To organize. I do too. I love to organize. I love it. But then it doesn't take long for it to get all one project, and everything is just like 8 under the bed boxes. Yeah, so y'all get you some Dollar Tree shower curtain rings. That's really all you need. I mean, you could do, if you have fabric, yes, you could paint them. You probably have sticks in your yard. That's really all you need. You're a professional organizer. I think sometimes I miss that, Colin, because I love to organize my stuff. But I don't know. I'd go in somebody's house that's got just like stuff everywhere, and I would just be like, you know, I don't know if I could do it. Oh, thank you. Is it Darlene? Thank you, Darlene. Pom-pom, Paula. Like pom-poms with yarn. Was I saying pawpaw pumpkins? Pom-poms. We got on a pom-pom kick back in the spring, and we made all these little rabbits and chicks and all these things out of the yarn with the pom-pom makers. So now we need to make pumpkins with them. I need to work on that. Because we could blend colors and all kinds of stuff. So I need to do that. Sherry, that was me. Right? I love it. Barb, this one I didn't cover the stem because I kind of like that stick. But these, I just took the jute and I wrapped it, and I put like a line of glue, and then I just started wrapping. And then when I got to the top, I just put glue, and then I just kind of spiraled it on there like that. But you don't have to do that. That's just like a little extra something if you don't like what you're using. But see, I like that stick. So I'll probably keep, I won't wrap him. Holly, you're eyeballing the wood shaving. I like to look at rocks when people have landscaping in like McDonald's or somewhere in the rocks. And I'm like, I need some of those rocks. Oh, Robin, would I really? Would it be that bad? Now, I could get in there and do something. I could. But it might make my throat close up for just a hot minute, and then I'd be okay. Once I gathered my bearings, I'd probably be okay. Oh, yes, you did make a bunch for your granddaughter's class. I remember. It's okay, Janie. We made these cute, adorable pumpkins with shower curtain rings from the Dollar Tree. Gotta make you some. Just Dollar Tree shower curtain rings. Somebody said this looks like onion rings. 5 onion rings. You look at everything differently. I had to make pom-pom Santas. Ooh, yeah, I bet you could find a pattern for that though, because there's all kinds of different pom-pom patterns. How you wrap different colors on the makers and it comes out looking like a flower or something. Patricia, the curly part of the stem, you can take jute and you could make it stiff with Mod Podge and curly. I found these cool. This was at Walmart. Wasn't at my Walmart. It was at another Walmart. It's paper. It's got paper wrapped around wire. And I just kind of made a little curl out of it and glued it down in there to the stem. That's all. Clutter gives you anxiety. Me too, Debbie. It does me too. I have to put everything back in its place. Maybe not right away, but it needs to go back in its place. Yes, I want to make the book pumpkin too. That's what I said. Every fall I say this. Y'all are probably going to get sick of me making pumpkins because I love to make pumpkins. I love pumpkins. I love everything about pumpkins. All the colors of the pumpkins. I love it all. So I'm probably going to make a bunch of pumpkins. Y'all going to be like, oh, she's making a pumpkin again tonight. But I just like the different, how you can make them so many different ways out of everything. Judy, I need a bigger room too, and I've got all this, but I've got 2 lasers in the front too, and a work table and everything else. Or come organize you. It looks like Dollar Tree and Walmart and Hobby Lobby. I get it. I have a dollar bush in my room because it's not a Dollar Tree. It's a smaller version, but it's a dollar bush in my room. That's what I always tell everybody. Yes, you could probably look that up on YouTube or Pinterest, the Santa Claus pom-pom thing. You ran out of places. I know, Melinda, I had to purge a bunch of stuff not too long ago because it was getting to me and I couldn't stand it anymore. Okay, you want me to do pom-poms again? Okay, I'm going to work on that because all we got to do is trim it. Nancy, the dotting class is this kind of art. I mean, now this is after lots and lots of practice, but all that's dots made with little tools. And let me show you. And I'm doing a workshop. This is just a little wood disc. Cute, cute, cute. Very easy, very relaxing to do. It does take practice, but it can be mastered, I promise. See, all of that is dots. But that's my workshop, and it starts, the first class is Saturday. It's in my shop. When I get off here, I'm going to go live in that group to answer questions and stuff like that. Oh, yes, Brenda, watch the beginning and you'll have to make you some little pumpkins. So that's what my little workshop is about. It's just dot painting, which is lots of fun. You can make all kinds of cool stuff. Let's see. I got all kinds of stuff. That's dots. Isn't that cool? That's that copper paint that everybody likes. I like to do it on rocks. But that's all dots. These are things I've done years ago. But it's just a big pebble, like a big stone. And I love it. Thank you, Patty. Your stack of shoebox bands just keeps growing and growing. I get it. I promise. I understand. Mind-boggling mess. Yes, wired jute from the Dollar Tree works too. That would work. I just happened to find these and I thought it was super cool because it has paper, but it was over at Walmart. Oh, Patricia, that's so sweet. I promise this, y'all may walk in here and go, oh my gosh, look at this stuff. But I know where everything is and it has a place. Like my oldest son, Colin, comes in here and goes, Mom, you got lots of stuff. I'm like, yeah, I got lots of stuff. Okay, I think, Melanie, I did today. I think you're in there, I think. Because right before I came on, I went in there and tried to approve everybody that was waiting. I've just been having some tech issues on that end of the email stuff. Yeah, the dot stuff is lots of fun. So, but anyway, but it's in my shop if you want to care to go purchase the workshop and join us. There's a private group that goes with it, and it's going to be like 4, if not 5 separate classes. Like I'm going to go in there now and just talk and answer questions. I can, Jean. Yes, I can. I sure can. I mean, you can dot on pretty much anything you want to. Okay, Carol, you do? You still need to be approved? Okay. All right, so I'm going to hop off, and then I'm going to go get in that group. I'm going to go approve whoever's waiting, and then I'm going to go get in the group. So give me about 5 minutes. But thank y'all for joining me tonight. I appreciate y'all watching my little shower ring pumpkins. And you got to watch Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. If you haven't seen it, you need to watch it. It's so funny when the shower curtain ring part comes up. Oh, Lena, I'm so sorry. I'm right there with you, sister. Mine got her wings last April, and it still hurts today just like it did then. And I wish I could tell you it gets better. Her husband messaged me today, as a matter of fact, just out of the blue. And so I still talk to them, and that's my other family. But anyway, so I'll be praying for you for sure. I know it's hard. Connie, go search for it. It's Happy Dots Painting Group, I think it's what it's called. Oh. Yeah, it may have went there. It may have went in your spam folder. Okay, guys, well, I'm going to hop off. Give me about 5 minutes, and then I'm going to go and be in the dot class group just to answer some questions. So I'll see y'all Thursday. Thank y'all for being here in my little pumpkins. I hope to see y'all's pumpkins in the group. And I will see y'all Thursday. Bye, guys. Love y'all. Thank y'all for making my page what it is. Bye.